Hi guys, welcome to the Creative Kobold. I'm Gyra and today I'll be making a hill to get some elevation for my magnetic battle boards. I start with a large piece of XPS foam. I've not cut this, but simply broken pieces off by hand to get the shape I want. This makes for a more natural stone texture than if you cut it. Originally, I had the idea to insert steel wire into the top, but I realized that wouldn't have enough magnetic attraction, so I cut a simple grid and use it for mapping where I'm going to put in screws. Testing one of the screws and it works quite well. Using PVA glue, I covered the entire piece to strengthen it and fill gaps, including the top of the screw. After the PVA glue has dried, I use some acrylic texture medium to make a natural texture on top. I spread it out, then dab it with some paper towel to make sure no brush strokes are seen. I don't want the textures to be too spiky, so I just flatten it out a bit after it's dried. I just use what I have lying around, in this case a plastic cap of some sort. Quickly priming the piece gray, I start painting some amber and red on the sides where the rock is. Then I cover the entire top in a grayish-brown color. I also add a bit on the sides, especially near the top. I add some patches of deep sea green where I want there to be grass, including a bit on the sides. After the paint has dried, I cover the entire piece in some simple black wash. Using a sandy beige, I start dry brushing the rocky sides. After that, I go over the top with some more of the same brown as earlier. Not quite a dry brush, as I don't want the details to pop too much, so I also touch the lower parts of the texture a bit. catch up the dry brushing of the rock sides a bit more. I might have gone a bit overboard here, so I'll have to fix this at some other point, but it looks okay. Then I mix some clear PVA with a little bit of that deep sea green paint and just brush some on in the areas I want to add grass, including and expanding on the already green painted areas on top, and a bit on the sides as well. Before any of that dries, I just pour some fine green flock on and pour it off. The flock will stick to the PVA and the rest will just fall off to be gathered for later use. Having sprayed the piece with a bit of matte clear varnish for sealing, I start working on the bottom. I made 2 indentations where I want magnets. Using a knife and pliers, I make enough space in each to hold one 9mm cube neodymium magnet and then some. These are perhaps a bit overkill in strength, but it's what I have available. Pour in hot glue and almost fill the entire hole before pushing the magnet down, making sure not to push it further down than level with the base. Using printing paper, I make a simple lid to seal off the magnets and better hold them in place, and also make most of the base a bit harder. I glue it down with PVA and then put a layer of PVA on top of it as well. If you want it to look nicer, you can paint the base completely black after it's dried. With that, the hill is done. It sticks quite well to the magnetic battleboard and it can hold other pieces itself. So there you go, hills for use with the magnetic battleboards to give some elevation in gameplay. I hope you enjoyed watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you did, and I will see you in the next video.